Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, we're going to study about question set number 23. So in the previous videos, we studied about question set 22 and 21. So in the upcoming videos, we're going to study about these question sets here. So in this video, we're going to study about the question set 23. It is a continuous question from question set number 16, which we studied in the 16th video of the DBMS question set 50 series videos. As usually, they have given 5 questions and we need to write queries for these questions. So let's see the first question. What is the lowest mark obtained for Sinhala subjects in the first term? So they have asked us the lowest marks, the minimum marks that a student has obtained in the Sinhala subject, and it should be in the first term. So I'm going to open my HeyDaySQL database software. So you can see this is my database. Let's type the query for the first question. So this is the query for the first question. So if you see the query, so as I said earlier, we need to find out the lowest marks. So I have used the keyword called min. That means minimum. If we want to find out a minimum value, we can use this keyword. So we can find out the minimum value. So I use the keyword minimum, and inside the bracket I entered the column. That means I wanted the lowest mark. So minimum, and inside the bracket I use the column which is related to the marks. So the mark column is in the student exam mark record table. So that's what I have told in the first row. And then there are 3 tables involved in the first question. So I have, first of all, I have joined the exam term table, and then I have told that exam term ID in the student exam mark record table is equal to the term ID in the exam term table. And after that, I have joined subject table because we need to find out the related subject. So I have connected the subject table with the student exam mark record table. And then finally, I have given 2 conditions using the where clause. First of all, I have told that the term name should be first term and the subject should be Sinhala language and literature. So this is the query for the first question. I'm going to run this and let's see the results. So you can see this is the answer for the first question, and this is the lowest marks obtained by a student in the first term Sinhala language and literature subject. So let's move on to the second question. Find all the details of the student who got the lowest marks in the first term Sinhala subject. So in the first question we find out the lowest mark, and in the second question they have told us to find out the all the details of that particular student who got that lowest mark. So I'm going to write the query for the second question as well. So this is the query for the second question. So it's a bit long query, but it's simple. So this is the query that we used to find out the first question's answer. In this query, using this query, we have found out the particular student who got the lowest marks. So if we see this query, in that question, they have told us to find out all the details. So first of all, we have to find out the index number from the student table, first name from the student table, last name, gender, and the contact number from the student table as well. So and then we have find out the class name from the class table. We have joined several tables with student exam mark report tables. So it is easy to find out the results. So when you come to the first join query statement, we have connected the exam term table with the student exam mark report table. And in the second one, the student table with the student exam mark report table. And third one, we have connected the class table with the student table. So the student table is connected to student exam mark record table. And then the subject table with the student exam mark record table. And finally, we have given given two conditions saying that the term name should be first term, and the subject should be Sinhala language and literature. So I'm just going to let's execute this and see whether we get the results or not. So you can see here, this is the answer for the second question. Madara Vanasekara is the one who got the lowest marks for the subject called Sinhala language and literature in the first term. So let's move on to the third question. What is the lowest mark obtained in the second term science subject? So we need to find out the lowest marks taken by a student in the second term science subject. So the third question is same as the first one. So I'm going to write the query for the third question. So this is the query for the third question. So the query is same as the first question's query. So let's execute and see whether we get the results. So you can see we got a result saying 45.52 as the lowest marks um, in the second term science subject. So when we look at the query, we have used the keyword called minimum. So we need the marks. So I put the mark column name as mark in the brackets. So and then I have joined two tables because in the question there are three tables involved in the question. First exam student exam mark record table, and then the exam term table, and then the subject table. So finally we have given two conditions. If you look at the condition, the term name should be second term and the subject name should be science. So these are the two conditions. We got the answer for the third question. So let's move on to the fourth question. What is the minimum mark obtained for the subject of mathematics in the term examination held on 2020-7-10? So if we look at the fourth question is also same as the third question because the question is same, but the conditions they have given are different. So I'm going to type the query for the fourth question. So this is the query for the fourth question. So if we look at the query, as I said earlier, the query is same as the query we wrote for the third question and the first question. So we need to find out the minimum mark. So I use the keyword minimum here, and then I have joined the exam term table and the subject table using join queries. So when we come to this condition set, so here we have told that the subject name should be mathematics, and especially we have given the exam date here, so we can find out the answer. So let's execute this query and see whether we get the answer. So you can see here we got an answer saying that this is the lowest marks in the mathematics subject in this particular date. So this is the answer for the fourth question. If we come to the fifth question, they have told to find all the details of the student who obtained the minimum mark obtained for the subject of mathematics in the term examination held on 2027-10. So this question is same as the second question. I'm going to write the query for the fifth question as well. So guys, this is the query for the fifth question. So let's execute and see whether we get. So we got an answer saying that Sadhun Vijayaratna is the one who got the lowest marks in the mathematics exam, which was held on this date. So this is the answer for the fifth question. So according to the question set 23, it's all about writing queries for the questions they have given. So we studied about a keyword called minimum and how to use it and what are the moment that we use the minimum, the keyword called min. So this is the end of the question set 23, and in the next video we're going to study about the question set 24. So let's meet in the next video.